in 2004. But everything that happens in the song happens in 1984. And when the Go-Betweens lived in the 80s, the Go-Betweens lived in London. We lived in London for 5 years. And we used to go back to our home country, Australia, to tour. And so we'd come back. We'd always fly back from London down to Sydney. So we were based in Sydney, and then we'd go from Sydney, we'd go up to Brisbane and play Brisbane. Then we'd come back to Sydney. Then we'd go to Melbourne and come back to Sydney. So we ended up spending a lot of time in Sydney, in inner city Sydney, around a couple of streets where there was cafes, and in Australia in the 80s they didn't have cappuccino machines. You know, they didn't have espresso machines. This is a new thing in Australia, and but there were a couple of cafes in inner city Sydney that had a couple of espresso machines, and so this is where we were staying. We were staying around these cafes, around these cheap Italian restaurants, and there was a group of people living there that became our friends, and some of these people were in bands. And so when I wrote this melody in 2004, for some reason I started to think 20 years earlier of this scene, these people and this world in inner city Sydney from 1984. And all the people, all the names and all the places in this song are real. I opened a notebook, it read the Darlinghurst years. I snapped it shut, but out jumped some tears. I didn't have to read it, it all came back. Dragging my fingers through my hair, hiding behind her back. Gut rot cappuccino, gut rot spaghetti, gut rot rock and roll through the eyes of Frank Brunetti. And always the traffic, always the lights. Joe played the cello through those Darlinghurst nights. Yeah, always the traffic, always the lights. Joe played the cello through those Darlinghurst nights. One more coffee, then I must go back to my room. More chapters to go. We'll meet up in an alley with more places I know. I'm gonna change my appearance every day. I'm gonna write a movie, then I'm gonna star in a play. Then I'm gonna go to Caracas, cause you know, well, I just gotta get away. Yeah, and always the traffic, always the lights, climbing that hill on star-studded nights. Joe played the cello, ah Joe, alright, alright. Yeah, and Marjorie and Kim, Andy and Clint, Debbie, Bertie, people came and went. Then there was Susie, who we never ever ever saw again. No. Ba ba da 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 da, dee 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 dee, da 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 da, la 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 la.